Peter, as well as horses, you found in the early years that cooking brought you pleasure. You were an apprentice chef at the age of 16, and when you turned 19, you moved to Australia, where you studied hospitality. You graduated with a diploma in hotel and catering management, and when you returned home, you co-founded Le Brie, the groundbreaking Auckland restaurant. Dining out was a rare occasion back then, and as the restaurant's head chef, you honed many of your skills required for a lifetime of keeping people well fed. One of the people you shared those early Sydney days with, and have stayed in touch with ever since, is a woman you describe as one of your dearest friends, Elaine Saunderson. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage, all the way from Sydney, Elaine Saunderson. There we go. You studied with Elaine, and you say that regardless of where in the world you have been, she has always managed to track you down and keep an eye on you. Well, Peter, thanks to the Cartier Trust and Sky City Grand Hotel, Elaine is right here this evening.
Oh my God.
Elaine?
Yes.
Thank you so very much for making the journey to be with us tonight. As we were working with Peter to put this evening together, it became very clear to us that you two have a very special connection. Tell us more about how you met Peter.
Well, it was a long time ago. Well, it doesn't seem like that long ago, but it was actually 42 years ago. And I think we were 18, not 19, at East Sydney Tech College in Sydney. We were both at the food school, and I'm not really sure why we were such good friends. I think because I was from the country in New South Wales, and Peter's was from another country, perhaps. But we were very good friends. He used to visit with my family. I came over here and went to his father's farm, and we didn't actually see a lot of each other over the years, but we're always constant friends. When he was in Australia, I would visit, or I would come over here when it was appropriate and good time.
I'm curious, how have you stayed in contact all this time?
Well, I think it was Pete mostly. He was, I'm saying a lot, I'm not really good at this. Pete was all over the world, and every now and then I would get a postcard or a letter from somewhere fairly romantic in the world, and I was very envious of the life he was living. And when he got back to New Zealand, it was easier to keep in contact with him. He had some time in Australia, so we'd catch up then. And then, of course, there was emails. And even now, we have some constant contact via email. And he's quite cheeky, mischievous, as always. But always the showman, Mr. Showmanship, he always has been. I must say, this is a bit better than Newtown RSL. Pete, what do you think?
There we go. We all have those extra special friends with whom we share quirks. What makes the relationship between you and Peter unique?
I have to have notes, Pete. Remember, I'm not that good at speaking.
You're doing fine, darling. You're doing fine.
I know, I thought he was going to say, I can never shut you up, but anyhow. I think we both have a weird sense of humour. We're honest with each other. Pete's always called a spade, and maybe I'm a bit like that too. And I think at one time I thought, when I first met Pete, I thought he was going to be the one for me. Rodney, sorry.
Ba-ba.
Yeah, okay, you win. And it was quite some time before I realised that was never going to happen. But he was a dear part of our family, and I think there's nothing outstanding about our friendship, except that it is an outstanding and unique friendship. And he's a very special person.
And finally, Yvonne, what would you say if I were to...
Elaine.
Oh, sorry. Finally, Elaine. Here we go, sorry. Finally, Elaine, what would you say if I were to ask you if Peter has changed anything in your life?
Well, he has, because I was a fairly conservative person, and I took Pete's friendship, and with that you take whatever a friend is, and he has broadened my knowledge of his life, and I'm very grateful for that knowledge of life, and I think he's made me accept that there's no surprises anymore in life. There's, you get what you get, and never be surprised about what you do get.
Elaine Saunderson, everybody.
I was just going to say, I know everyone is going to say this tonight, but he's the most amazing person that I know, and he really deserves this celebration of his life tonight. And it's absolutely an honour for me to be here to honour Pete.
Indeed, indeed. Elaine Saunderson, everybody.